Hi, this is Dr. Famila. Now I am going to explain the introduction of perturbation theory. Before entering into the introduction of perturbation theory, we should know the starting point in a quantum mechanical problem. The starting point in a quantum mechanical problem is the construction of a Schrödinger equation. We try to solve Schrödinger equation exactly to obtain wave function. A Schrödinger equation is exactly solvable only for a certain number of simple potentials. In most of the cases, the Schrödinger equation cannot be solved exactly. The solution of the Schrödinger equation for the real systems is usually complicated, and often exact solutions are very difficult to find, or solutions may not exist. Example: anharmonic oscillator, hydrogen atom in an electric field, a plane rotator in the presence of an applied electric field, and so on. Therefore, we need to rely on approximation methods. Approximation methods are developed for systems where the time dependence of the Hamiltonian is either small or slowly varying or rapidly varying. These correspond to perturbation, adiabatic approximation, and sudden approximation respectively. That is, if the time dependence of the Hamiltonian is small, it corresponds to perturbation. If it is slowly varying, that is, if the Hamiltonian is slowly varying, it corresponds to adiabatic approximation, and if the Hamiltonian is rapidly varying, it corresponds to sudden approximation. The simple and most interesting and powerful approximation method is the perturbation theory developed by Schrödinger in 1926. The approximations obtained from the perturbation theory are used to calculate energy level diagrams and to understand the splitting and assignments of atomic and molecular spectra. The main disadvantage of this method is that in certain problems, the perturbation theory converges slowly or diverges. In perturbation problems, the Hamiltonian is split into two parts. One part, called the unperturbed part, is large, and the corresponding Schrödinger equation is assumed to be exactly solvable. The other part is treated as perturbation, that is perturbed part, and the corresponding Schrödinger equation is not exactly solvable. The changes in the energies and the eigenfunctions are represented as a power series in the perturbation parameter. The approximation consists of neglecting the terms in the series after the first few terms. Approximating the series to the first n terms gives the nth order approximation. The perturbation theory is of two types. They are time independent perturbation theory and time dependent perturbation theory. In time independent perturbation theory, the total Hamiltonian is written as h is equal to h naught plus h prime. Here h naught is the unperturbed part and h prime is the perturbed part, which does not depend on time. In time dependent perturbation theory, the total Hamiltonian is written as h is equal to h naught plus h prime of t. Here h naught is the unperturbed part and h prime is the perturbed part, which depends on time.